live and direct. Ready? King Earner live and direct. Just got a call about 10 minutes ago. They say, yo, hey King Earn, there's a cut in Philadelphia. This cut is the biggest cut ever. I said, hold on, I want to see the cut. You know I'm down here at the trial, you know, and it's cunts all in there. So it's like, this mud here, you having to run. His honor is snatched. Don't you come back to Philadelphia again, you kidding? Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, make sure that y'all click the link in the descriptions to get that side pile of CMOS gold. 92 of that 102 minerals that your body is made of. Just to give an honorable update real quick, I just want to alert the people of the lynching of today. I say lynching because I could give it a whole bunch of different names that may go with what they call the system or what the law says, but it's evident. I sat there for, I might have missed 2 days of court. I sat there every day, and honestly, I didn't hear what the jury, what they heard. So obviously I didn't, because if I did, I think that it would have been an all not guilty thing all the way around the board. Now, we must understand that there was things that happened in the beginning of the court when it first started that kind of gave the government leeway on certain things. I'm pretty sure everyone that's been in the street can attest to the fact that you can plead out to what's yours. So you had mullahs, shoddy, boog, they all pled out. You know what I'm saying? They pled out, got their time. And you know, we can call that accepting responsibility, you know. They pled out to their end of their indictment and they're happily to move on with their lives. And we get an understanding that when it comes down to the court system, when it comes down to what I will call a public hearing, you will hear and see things. But then again, there'll be some things that you don't hear and see. So we weren't allowed to really hear all the text messages or listen or see them or hear the government talk about it or the defense, because out of like, what was it, 60 phones or something of that nature? Yeah. Out of 60 phones, they only use what, 6 of them? 6 phones. So I don't know how you can determine the case or what's going on behind that type of method. But at the end of the day, I'm just on the tip like, if I'm gonna be a juror, I'm gonna have to, I repeat, look at every cell phone there is. Text messages after text message that you guys are presenting. Why do you have 60 and only use 6? Okay, that was another thing. Then we had Kazi. Kazi, what was Kazi as his defense? What was his name?
His real name?
Yeah.
Blanding.
Blanding had a situation where it was an individual that was actually already lying on him. He never understood why he was being lied on. No one never heard from this individual. But this individual claims that he honestly was being treated unfair by his lawyer, and his lawyer was giving the government information that he was telling them about his specific case. Now this is what he's saying. I believe him. The reason why I believe him, because I would think the government would have put that on. They would have brought that to the light, that this guy who says this person, that person, this person done that, done it. Okay. It never been brought to the light.
But even I would say this, Rock. I would say even if you don't believe him, it still creates reasonable doubt. So why would that even be introduced to the jury? The fact that this man is clearly saying something, the government was doing something illegal. Why would that even be introduced to the jury? That just makes no sense to me.
So that was another thing. And then one time Blanding the police was told to create a stop on him, but it wasn't said like that to them. It wasn't said to say, yo, create a stop. And
No,
Rock
they
can
basically
explain
said
to
it.
you a little bit better how they said it.
They basically said, find something to pull him over. Find a reason to pull him over. He said, I literally found a reason. He said it was a false crosswalk. Stopped me from not stopping in the crosswalk. Wasn't even no crosswalk. They went back and looked at it. No crosswalk in that spot, man. What are you talking about? And then the cop that did that finds out he's on a Jiggly-O list.
He's not credible.
He's not even credible. This dude is on a list that he's not allowed to come and testify. His testimony is shit. Anything he says, is like, well, he's got court lying before.
Then he said that he pulled him over for a vape pen.
Yeah.
He said when he came to the car, he smelled marijuana.
He smelled burnt marijuana.
Now,
anybody who smoked vape pens.
This stop was supposed to be created. Well, it was created in order to get his phone. Once they got his phone, this is where they begin to start their evidence. And considering why they feel as though these conversations that they're talking about music about are drugs. Now, the officer went on and say he smelled marijuana, but the vape pen don't smell like weed.
Anybody who smoke vape pens know damn well the reason you smoke them is because they don't have no smell.
So you supposed to at the least took that to some type of
consideration
lab or something too, though, to find out what is this.
Yeah. Because
you don't know, it could be cigarettes. It don't have to be marijuana.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that was another problem that didn't make any sense. So
go ahead. All that just leads to the fruits of a poisonous tree.
Yeah, cherry versus
everything you got out of this, everything you got from this that stemmed from this initial interaction is all illegal. It's all fruits of a poisonous tree.
It's all of it, and we understand what fruits of a poisonous tree mean. That means if an individual is doing something that's wrong, let's say someone is doing something that's wrong, get pulled over. For instance, like my case was, I got pulled over. They said the two backlights was cool, but the light that was in the window was out, so they pulled me over. That's illegal because that's an accessory by the car dealership. It's not
mandated.
It's not mandated in the law for me to have this under the Pennsylvania. So if I didn't ran, I ran. So they came out with United States versus Hadari in 2007 and saying because I ran, I rose to suspicion, and they were able to do it. But had I didn't run, and I had the gun, if I had the gun right in my hand almost, on my hip, on my lap, I still wouldn't have lost. Well, not on my lap, because that's plain sight. They see it,
plain sight,
and then it's a problem.
Yeah.
But if I had it tucked, and they pulled us over, boom, 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 and I didn't run, I would have beat the case because you didn't have a right to do so because the stop was illegal.
Right. No, actually, even if you do run, because the fact that you run, why do we have this interaction to begin with?
Right, but through my suppression hearing,
the
judge denied it, saying United States versus California versus Hadari stated that if you ran, the Supreme Court came out that I drew a suspicion.
Okay, so all right, okay, so
you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So I made them feel like so they just came out with that though.
Mm-hmm.
Had it been about a year or two ago and they didn't have that Supreme case,
yeah,
I would have spanked it then too. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the government case was one of the weakest cases that I ever heard of. Even when it came down to Braz, who was Godson, right? That was his last name?
Yeah, Hans Godson.
They didn't have him selling any drugs. They didn't have really none of them selling no drugs. But especially him, like it wasn't no, let's try to figure it out. He wasn't there.
Yeah, they tried to say.
We didn't see. They said that the kitten.
A person with boots on, dark shirt, and then 6 months later, all of a sudden the officer recognized him. Oh, I recognize you from that controlled by. Like,
right. Exactly.
Come on, man.
And he was supposed to be like in a distance where as though he should have been able to see his face.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Like just take one white man and what the lawyer said. What the lawyer said when he was like, ladies and gentlemen, just take one white man and have him go to Center City, show him 3 black men, point to the one in the middle and say, 6 months from now I want you to pick him out again, and then come back. And what white person can do that? You only seen him for a brief. What he seen him for like a 30-second time, and then you recognize him 6 months later just from nothing. Get the fuck out of here.
Then you had where the other guy that they were trying to say, quote unquote, that Miliano Jamil Hicks is what I know him of. From what I see, I always see his name when they was doing the music stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Jamil Hicks. So I didn't know where Miliano came from.
Yeah.
The lawyer proved, his lawyer. Go
Yeah,
to
Miliano.
Instagram, type in Miliano. You type in Miliano, there's a million people named Miliano.
Yeah, or OG.
Or OG especially.
OG was what it was. Like everybody, OG is just they call you OG, they call me OG, they call all of us OG. Like that's just not even how you want to attribute that name to him specifically.
Right, and they're trying to.
That's so general.
In the whole case, they just got this man riding up on a bike, and that's it. That's all they got him in the whole case.
With nothing on,
with
nothing in his pockets.
Nothing in his pockets. He went in the house, came out, and still nothing visible of him saying that he was picking up anything, and they just locked this man up. And in the day 2, found him guilty of numerous charges.
Man, this whole system, man, it's showing. It's just like it was so much reasonable doubt created, and I just don't understand. Maybe they didn't see the same evidence that we saw. Like all this shit is circumstantial. You listening to this dude try to translate people's text messages? Come on, man. How you gonna tell me when I say 62? That don't mean it ain't no 60. It ain't no 62nd Street in Philly.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Don't tell me you know my slang.
And
what the hell I'm saying?
They didn't really consider like all the evidence that the music attorney came with, the entertainment lawyer came with, all the proof that he came with, how much money OBH was receiving, how much money the contracts from Vidya that Ab received when he received that big earn that everybody was wondering, where you get all this money from? Where you get all this money from? Yeah, legally, and he always got legally features that receipts was behind that. It just was too much.
Yeah, it was too much speculation, man. Way
too much, I think.
Way too speculation. What it looked like, what it seemed like. Come on, man. You can't convict nobody on that. How do you convict somebody on that?
Then we from Philadelphia, so we know a John can mean everything.
And don't get me to these fucking rats, man. Somebody, a self-proclaimed killer, man. He gonna do anything he can to cut his time down. Come on, man. Don't.
And then it's sad because you get online more or less, individuals, saying this dude name and like, yo, do something or say this. Hold up, let's get something understood. Let's compare him. They try to, another channel try to compare him to Sammy the Bull. First of all, let's get some understanding. Sammy honor is not intact. Anything before, what he done is out of order. It's not relevant. It doesn't have no meaning. But they compared him to him when Sammy had 19 homicides. Right. Was an underboss to a big thing. This guy is someone lying, claiming
right,
to be a part of a music group that no one signed him on to. This is his claim to fame. He claimed he knew Ad. With them text messages and with things that was happening, they never honestly focused on that to say that this text was from him. This guy was obsessed to the point he got a tattoo. And everybody said, say the guy's name, do this, do that. Don't you guys pay attention to what's going on?
Yeah, no.
They want individuals to mention his name. Furthermore, he wants to be alive through social media. Yeah. You can tell he's weirdo like that.
He want the light.
He want the light as a big time rat, and he can do that inside the prison he is in. He is in the federal detention center. So of course we understand, and my platform teaches, do not do anything to these kittens. You will lose. Kill them with success. While they're doing their time, and you make it home legally, they're there, and their whole thing is, I can't believe he's back out here, and he's doing positive things, and he don't got to worry about recycling crime. I gotta go, but I want for everybody to understand that at the end of the day, we gotta speak truth on truth. We're not speaking no honor on dishonor. If your honor intact, guess what? Speak the truth, man.
Free the men, man.
Free the men.
The men, man. Hopefully, and the fight is more than one round. This is just one round. We lost the first round.
Don Diva Magazine, listen to me. Don Diva Magazine, let me give you understanding.
What?
Don Diva Magazine has the crack era with pure honor, and guess what? Rock, this is my man Rock book, and
We support those that stand on honor, man. That's it, man.
And
We stand
I
on
was
honor, we
basically
support.
trying to get an understanding about the whole book thing. Like, my John was like, yo, how is it? Rock said, I love the book. He said, I like it. It's a good book. It's a book. But then he said something, he doubled back on it. And he said, bright and clearly, he said, the way it's worded,
Yeah, no, this showing.
he said the period is in the right spot. The comma is in play.
It wasn't no hood. This ain't no hood joint.
This ain't a hood joint.
This professionally done good product, man. The language is smooth. Everything is dope, man. I appreciate it.